Hatchlings, it's DragonFeather, and welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, this is the last video that you guys voted for 30,000 subscribers, and it was actually a tie for this particular video. It was a tie between Amethyst, a Crystal 101 episode on Amethyst, and an altar tour. However, in the comment section below, on the post in the Hatchling clan, most people wanted the Amethyst video. So we are here today for another episode of Crystals 101, where I go a little bit more in depth all about Amethyst for today. So for reference, I have created a post in the Hatchling clan that is all about Amethyst, and I will be referencing this throughout the video so I can make sure I get all the right information to you guys. And if you are interested in checking out this post, there will be a link in the description box where you can go look through this post and where you can join the Hatchling clan. So thank you guys so much for voting for this video, but now let's get started. For today, we are going to talk about Amethyst. So I think, as a little preface here, I think Amethyst is a absolute must-have for beginner witches. Like, if you are confused about which crystal you want to get first, I would pretty much recommend clear quartz, amethyst, or rose quartz as your first crystal. Amethyst is a really good crystal because it really opens you up to your spirituality. It really opens up your third eye and your crown chakra so you can connect with those higher planes of existence. I really think that is really important, especially when people who are just starting out, because if they don't really know where to go and stuff like that, Amethyst is going to be a great stone to keep on you for spiritual guidance. I give this crystal a 5 out of 5 stars. I'm pretty sure everyone would give this crystal a 5 out of 5 stars, so we're gonna move on from that. So what I love about this stone is that it's perfect for beginners, it helps connecting to spirit, and stimulates high vibrational relaxation. And what I mean by this is that even when you're relaxing with this crystal, it's awesome because it's very high vibrational. Like, it's not gonna bring you into a very low state of being. It's gonna elevate your consciousness, it's gonna elevate your vibration, but at the same time keep you calm and relaxed. And I think for a lot of us who suffer with anxiety, this is a great crystal to have. So something that I don't like, and some cons of using Amethyst too often, is that it may overstimulate if used too often, and the daily user of Amethyst may doze off during the day. So if you find yourself dozing off and you like to wear Amethyst, then maybe it's not the best crystal for you to wear during the day. However, if you do suffer from anxiety, I kind of feel like the little bit of a sleepy side effect from the Amethyst is going to not be as bad. It's like it doesn't outweigh the good, if that makes sense. Then again, please know I am not a doctor. Like, if you are struggling with anxiety, please go seek the attention that you need. This is just a way for us to cope on a daily basis that can help on top of either the medications that we're using, the practices that we're doing, and all of that to help combat our anxious feelings. The chemical composition of this particular crystal, I think it's called silicone oxide. I'll put the chemical symbol on the screen here. And the minor iron impurities causes amethyst's color. So depending on how much iron is in your crystal or how much iron is in your amethyst is going to determine how dark or how light it is. The higher iron content that the crystal has, that's going to mean that it's going to be a darker colored amethyst. The crystal system is hexagonal or trigonal trapezohedral. I'm gonna put that on the screen too because I can't fucking say that. So the type of rock that amethyst is igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. And on Mohs hardness scale, it is a 7 out of 10. Its colors are light lavender to dark royal violet, like I said, and its most noted healing properties are it relieves stress, it helps with addictions, it boosts hormone production, it relieves stress and anxiety, relieves insomnia, calms, and stimulates the mind. Its magical properties, or its most noted magical properties, is that it's highly protective, protection from psychic attack, activates spiritual awareness, and transmutes ill will into love. The chakras associated with amethyst are your third eye and the crown chakra, which is your sixth and your seventh chakra. And the elements associated with amethyst are spirit, akasha, ether, air, and water. The zodiac signs associated with amethyst are Virgo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. The planet is associated with Jupiter, and crystal care. So when you want to use amethyst, some things to keep in mind is that you're not going to want to charge this crystal out in the sunlight, because if you do so, it's going to fade its purple color. Now that goes for pretty much every colored quartz. So like that's the same for rose quartz, that's the same for citrine. You're not going to want to leave those crystals out in the sunlight because they will get bleached. So the best way to cleanse your quartz crystals, or amethyst, because it's part of that family, you're going to want to either cleanse it in full moonlight, or you're going to want to put it in a saltwater bath. So like this crystal here, which is a amethyst egg, that's going to be able to go into salt water. And then this piece of chevron amethyst here, this is going to be able to go into salt water. And then this little tiny amethyst point is going to be able to go into salt water. I am very hesitant to put crystal clusters, like the big one that they're all sitting on top of. I'm very hesitant to put those in salt water just because the base of the crystal, I don't know, I just kind of feel like it's a little bit iffy for me. I feel like it kind of damages it sometimes, though I could be totally wrong. I just prefer to cleanse my giant clusters of crystals, like my amethyst, in full moonlight. That just seems to be the best way for me to cleanse them, or I will cleanse them with a smudge, like sage. That's pretty much just like run-of-the-mill, really basic facts about amethyst. It's very affordable. You can probably find a piece of amethyst for like $1. You can get tumbled stones really cheap, especially at like places that have like those little boxes full of crystals that you can like fill with like tumbled stones. Like you get little pouches and you fill them with tumbled stones. You can usually find really cheap amethyst in there, but it ranges depending on how high the quality is, but more often than not, it's a very affordable crystal. That's why I think it's really awesome for beginners as well, because you're not going to be dropping like 50, 60 bucks on a crystal. Like you could probably spend around 10 to 15 on a really good piece of amethyst. Like for example, this piece of amethyst here, this little point right here, this was only $3 at Psychic Eye, and then this chevron amethyst was a little pricey at $22, but still not bad at all. And like the cluster was on sale for 30 bucks, so it's like amethyst is a pretty affordable crystal for you to get. Amethyst is a very classic crystal. Just about everyone I know has a piece of it. This common crystal is a perfect stone for the first-time crystal buyer and an excellent companion to any witch. This stone is great stone for beginners, for it helps open our awareness to the spiritual energies all around us. Not only is amethyst a great stone for strengthening our psychic senses, but it also helps us become more aware of our higher states of being. A powerful stone for healing, amethyst is a must-have for anyone who wishes to connect with the earth or spirit world around them. Here's just like a few quick facts about amethyst. Amethyst is a very popular crystal for its beautiful violet color. This crystal forms in geodes out of pockets of lava and water with iron inside. Depending on the iron content will determine the color. And I will also leave some links down below to some of my favorite sources for information on amethyst, and there's also links in this post that I'm referring to in the Hatchling clan if you are so interested in checking that out as well. And I'm always updating these posts in the Hatchling clan. When I find more sources, I add them to the post so we can reference them, we can all access them, and so we don't lose our sources that have been very helpful. So I hope that this video was helpful for you, and I hope that you guys really liked it. I know that there's a lot of videos on the internet about amethyst, and I know that it's a very popular crystal, and I mean, I'm no expert, but this is my input on amethyst and just me talking from like my highest self right now and like my personal experience. In my personal experience, amethyst has been the only crystal I like to sleep with. I do not really like bringing crystals into the bed other than amethyst because I feel like most of them are going to keep you awake, especially clear quartz. Like if I had it my way, my crystals would not be in my room right now because they keep me up at night. As much as I wish I could, you know, keep them in a place where they would be safe and no one would bother them, where I'm living right now, they kind of just have to chill with me in the house. So that's totally fine. I'm not complaining, but like it's a very good crystal to bring into the bed with you. It's a very good crystal to sleep with by your pillow, under your pillow. It's good to charm your crystals, your amethyst crystals, to help with sleep, to help with insomnia, to help with anxiety, and to help you relax, because that's really what a very good quality of amethyst, and I really do thoroughly enjoy that. And me personally, I do suffer from anxiety quite a bit, and I don't really like to admit it, but I do. And I have charmed this piece of amethyst here, the chevron, the really giant piece. I've charmed it with an anti-anxiety spell. so whenever I hold it, it essentially sucks the anxiety out of me, and as soon as I held it in the store, it like instantly calmed me. So like if you guys suffer from anxiety, I highly recommend going out shopping for a piece of amethyst. Just put it out into the universe, put out the vibration that you want to attract a piece of amethyst to help with your anxiety, and that's kind of what happened with me. And so I really do feel like amethyst is a great crystal for that, and I have had such powerful experiences with it. And whenever I make any sort of mojo bag for insomnia or anxiety or any sort of like lucid dreaming or astral projection or any sort of thing like that, I include amethyst, because amethyst is that crystal that is very calming, so it's not like too supercharged. Like citrine is very like, woo, I'm sunny, you know what I mean? But like amethyst is very mellow, very calm, very peaceful. And it's, I think it oh man, I don't remember the name of the brainwave right off the top of my head, but it's very good for encouraging those deeper those higher states of consciousness, yeah. When you have like, I want to say they're like alpha brainwaves. Don't quote me on that. Like I said, I'm not an expert. I'm just telling you guys from my personal experience, and I definitely love amethyst. It's one of my top 10 favorite crystals. I have so much amethyst, it's ridiculous. Like, I also give a lot of it away too when you guys purchase from my Etsy store, because I always give free crystals when you purchase from my Etsy store as a thank you, just because I have so many crystals. I can't even use them all, so I like to disperse them with love and light, you feel me? So I'm getting off on a tangent here, but I really hope you enjoyed this video. I don't really think there's anything else that I can think of right off the top of my head that I want to include for amethyst. But like I said, I will leave some links below to some sources on amethyst that I find very useful, that I reference quite often, and that I have used to learn about amethyst. And I really enjoyed this video. And leave a like on the video if you would like to see more crystal-specific Crystal 101 videos. Please leave in the comment section below what crystals you'd like me to do next, because I pretty much have a fuck ton of crystals, and if you name it, I probably own at least one piece of it, so leave it in the comment section below if you guys want to see more videos like this, and what crystal you want me to talk about next. I'm really super excited to start this whole series with the crystal specific videos. I have been wanting to make this video for so long, and I've been doing so much research so I could give you guys some good information, some educated information, as well as talk from personal experience, just because I don't want to talk out of my ass. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I think that's like the 40th time I've said that, so I'm gonna get going before this video gets too long. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful day wherever you are today. Thank you for choosing to spend some of your day with me. It really means the world to me, and go find yourself a relaxing, sparkly piece of beautiful amethyst that you can use in your practice and that can help you relax and have a good day. Also, before I go, one quick thing about amethyst is that it really helps with fighting addiction. I know I mentioned it earlier, but I wanted to go a little bit more into it because I myself have suffered from addiction, and I know people who wear amethyst, especially myself when I have worn amethyst. It's very good to help you fight those addictions. And in ancient cultures, we would drink out of amethyst chalices, so we would be able to control ourselves once we were intoxicated. So we wouldn't drink too much, and so we would remain, what's the word? We would remain classy. I know that's not the word I'm looking for, but that's the closest one I can think of. Like proper. I don't know. There's a word there. There's a word there. I don't know what it is, but if you suffer from addiction, like if you struggle with alcoholism, if you struggle with being addicted to any sort of hardcore drugs, if you are addicted to maybe something like sex, or maybe you're addicted to like literally anything, like cigarettes or, you know, any of that, keeping a piece of amethyst on you is going to really help you fight those addictions. Again, I am not a doctor, and amethyst isn't going to solve all your problems. Please keep in mind that when it comes to magic and when it comes to metaphysics, it's like, it's not going to fix it all for you. You have to do everything you can in the mundane world, in the real world first, before you go ahead and cast your spells, before you use your crystals and all of that, because they're going to amplify what you're already doing. They're going to increase the positive vibes that you're already putting out there, or the intentions that you already have. and the actions that you're already taking. So just something to consider for if you or you know someone who struggles with addiction. Maybe a great gift for them would be a piece of amethyst. So with that being said, I'm gonna get on out of here. I hope you guys are having a wonderful evening. I love you guys so much and sending so many positive vibes to all the people who are watching this. I am very grateful for you, and I am just so happy that you decided to click on this video today. So I hope you guys have an awesome day for the 100th time. But stay geeky, cheeky, and freaky, little hatchlings. Blessed be, and bye. Bye? Bye!